video. This is my 8 months on HRT video. I do apologize. I'm looking a little bit haggard. I'm kind of up to my old tricks, and this is really this is like take 3 of this video because I'm not wasn't the first couple were kind of funny, but not incredibly coherent. So 30 seconds in. Look. Outline. You can't read it, but it's there. It's an outline. So I actually have topics that I'm going to read to during this video. The things that I want to talk about in this video, and then you can listen to the summary like a meeting agenda, and if you're not interested, you can click the stop button and go watch something more interesting. But anyway, so on today's program, we are going to talk about Abigail and straight people, evil straight people. We're going to talk about Abigail and dating. Woo! We're going to talk about body acceptance, a little smidgen maybe of intimacy, and then we're going to talk about my evil stepmom and where she's been and what she's been doing. Okay, so the world of straight people. So as some of you may have heard if you watched my 1 month video, which is, I'm leaving it up because it keeps me humble, even though it is something I'm not going to recommend to anyone. Lots of fears and lots of fears in that one, and lots of not knowing who I am, as if I know a lot more now, but at least I know that I don't know. That's important. Okay, so I'm also going to try not to do that thing that I do with my lips where I like do that thing. Really annoying. I really watched this video and I was like, shit, I did that like 8 times. I gotta stop that. So, water, which I will promptly breathe, but I'm going to try not to. So anyway, straight people. I have ventured out into the wild world of straight people. And I've actually made a lot of pretty nice friends recently. And I have discovered, big surprise, that sexual orientation really doesn't mean all that much. It really, really doesn't. You know, there are some wonderful people out there who are accepting, that are gay, that are straight, and there's some incredibly judgmental people that are gay or straight or something in between. And, you know, you got a choice. But certainly, again, you know, sort of casting that stone in that big bucket is really, really just ridiculous. So, you know, and every time that, you know, I peek my head out of that little shell that I can sometimes crawl back into, and I go out and I just take a look at the big bad world, you know, often what I feel like is that somebody took about 10 more pounds off my back. You know, sure, there are people out there who are mean and who are judgmental, but you know what? Standing behind that fortress and, you know, keeping yourself walled off for fear of those people, that cuts you off from life, and it cuts you off from sharing with other people. At least that's my take. But then again, a lot of smart spiritual people did that too. So really what I'm doing is I'm channeling those wise people. So anytime that I sound really smart, just recognize I probably read that shit somewhere. All right. And then what I've also discovered is straight people are not really all that straight often. I have met some people that were like, yeah, I'm pretty much straight. Mostly. It just really all depends. I think that people connect, you know. And sometimes, as I've talked about, it's surprising to find out who exactly you do connect with. And that takes me to dating. All right, so I have dated. I have. And she says, like, really big affirmation. But no, you know, I've gone out on some really nice dates. I gotta move this thing up because I keep looking down, or do I want to look like this? Actually, I think I want to look like this. Yeah, that actually looks a little bit better. Yeah. Vanity, it's a great thing. Hey, Garbo was very conscious of the way that she looked. So, all right, yeah, so dating and acceptance of our sexuality as trans people, particularly before the surgery. Yeah. I did it. Did you hear it? I did it. Damn, my dog even left on that one. So, it's been really interesting that I think, again, I think that if we're a decent person and we're at one with ourselves and, we give people half a shot, that, you really may connect with somebody, and that really this, as I feel myself, uh, the parts, be they as it may, be a prepubescent girl kind of sort of like me, or what have you, that those things can all be worked around. And I've been really surprised by that because I really had a lot of fear around it. Even if I just took it from the waist up, I'd be like, look, I got titlets. Crass, I know, but true. Um, Never mind the part from the waist down, which will stay kind of as is for a little while until, my mom hits the lotto, which she said if those 6 numbers come in that I get my surgery. So everybody keep your fingers crossed for mom. Um, yeah, true. So, but again, when I did discover that I was with these really cool people that actually liked being with me and were aroused by me. Yes, I said it. I'm not going to go into sort of details, but really what that did is it was like another like 10-pound weight off my back, and it's like, wait, I can just be me, really, just me. And yeah, what's the answer to that? A resounding yes. And they could just be them. And it was really, really great. And it was awesome. And, I posted on my Facebook the other day that, the other night I was kicked back in a boy shirt and a pair of fuzzy slippers. And the one girl wrote, oh, Abby so got laid. Yeah, that was kind of like it's like, now I understand why you see those women in the long shirts and the slippers. It's like, yeah. That's what that's about, or at least sometimes, because you're just kind of really comfortable. Anyway, so going to the evil stepmom at 7:05, 7 minutes 5 seconds. Stepmom, where we're at with her, she still exists, and I've been doing a lot more work with understanding where that part of my psyche comes from. And somebody gave me a really great piece of insight, which is, they said that part of your psyche is like another like little Abby with the pitchfork that is perpetually looking into sort of this irreal future Abby, and then looking back at the present tense and telling you, you're not good enough. Look at all these different ways that you're not good enough. Don't you dare open your mouth. Your voice isn't good enough. You're not going to sound like a real woman. Don't you dare wear that shirt. You don't look like, blah, 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 blah. And I was sharing with this woman that I went to a movie. I went to see The Artist, the black and white movie. It's really, really fun. And then we went to Thai food. But we we were having dinner, and I was talking about this. I was talking about, sometimes I go out and, I've been so beat up by this piece of my psyche that I don't even feel like I could talk to anyone because I'm just like, oh. And she was like, and I feel like I'm a facade, and, I'm a fake, and blah, blah, blah. And, here she is, a cis-sexual woman, longtime lesbian in the community. She was like, I feel the same way. She goes, that is something I fight with. And I was like, we're not terminally unique. A lot of us have the evil stepmom, or maybe it's the evil stepdad in our psyche that is really destructive and condemning and nasty. And I don't know if anybody else has that or experiences it, how ubiquitous that is. But I hope that if you do, that at least one more person saying, man, I get you. And the thing that helps me is just to do whatever is necessary to get me back into the present tense. For me, that could be prayer, that could be meditation. Prayer is non-religious, by the way, it's just spiritual. It could be meditation. It could be doing yoga. It could be whatever to bring me back and harmonize this brain with this body so that this thing is right-sized. Otherwise, you just really, really can drive yourself crazy and do yourself a lot of self-harm. And then you're not available for anyone else either. So I think that's enough out of me. All in all, it's been a beautiful last month. I'm very happy with the way things are progressing. And I really, 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 really hope that this video finds you well, and that likewise you're moving along your path and you're growing and you're experiencing beauty and you're finding your truth and manifesting that. So with that, I bid you adieu, and I look forward to making another video at 9 months, and I hope I have some other good stuff to share.